Good evening. Welcome to the Randell Fisher Show. I am your host, Randell Fisher.
And I am your co-host, Patrice Fisher.
Well, tonight we have a good show for you tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking about exploring opportunities.
Yes.
Exploring opportunities as far as building your dreams. Every third Sunday we like to talk about people who are building their dreams, people who are excited about doing something new in their lives.
Yes.
So tonight we're just going to explore it a little bit and have some fun with it tonight. We're going to
Yes.
relax and enjoy ourselves. I know some people are watching the game tonight.
Yes.
Prayerfully, your team is still in it. My team has been gone a long time ago, which was the New York Giants. They've been gone a long time ago.
Aww.
But I hope they're exploring some opportunities of some new quarterbacks and new managers and things. But so tonight, let's see. What do you have for us tonight, Ms. Fisher?
Well, I was thinking about the topic in itself. Exploring your opportunities, and I began to think about traveling and the things that I desired to do and how I learned about the culture and the places that I went.
Okay.
Sometimes in discovering opportunities, you have to come up with these ideas of what you have an interest in. And once you get the information on that, then you begin to take the steps. So for me, I loved traveling. We've traveled, but I've done other travel outside of our personal travel, vacation meaning. So then I've had business travel, and I've learned to observe the culture and where you go. And you can also learn how to adapt to the culture. That way, when you communicate with people, you can understand not only what they do, but you can get a better understanding of the history as to where you're going and what those services can provide to you. I learned a lot about people and places and then how I can adjust while I'm there, because you do need to be able to communicate with people when you're exploring different things.
Okay. So I'm thinking this way as far as opportunity is concerned. We are here. We are going where it's going to be Martin Luther King's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yes.
And I wonder, are we still taking advantages of all the things that he fought and struggled for us to be? Yes, I know there's a lot of African Americans who have a lot of money now and have good businesses and doctors and lawyers and teachers and so on and so on. But have we really tapped into what he really was trying to do for the people that couldn't do for themselves?
That's good.
Are we really tapping into ideas for people? Are we really helping people try to figure out what they can do other than some people? Everybody's not going to be a teacher. Everybody's not going to be a lawyer. Everybody's not going to be a doctor. Some people are going to be just carry trash and do maintenance and
That's true.
And work in healthcare.
That is true.
So what are we doing now with the opportunities that we have? Are you really exploring your opportunities? Are you really making the best of your time? I find out that a lot of times that we miss opportunities is because we're not making the best of our time. I had an awesome experience this week, and our pastor did a funeral. My wife's uncle passed away, unfortunately. And my pastor did a funeral, and some opportunities came from that. Why? Because she went and she did her best.
That's good.
And she made good in her best. She did her best with her preaching, and people were drawn to it. And I just believe that was an experience for me to see once again, even at this age, that you have to still do your best when you're dealing with people. And so I like what I saw this weekend, and it encouraged me to know that you still, your gift will make room for you, but you still have to do your best. So and what are we doing now? Are we doing our best to pursue our dreams? What are we doing? What's some of the things that you are doing to pursue your dream? Give us a call at 240-719-2560. And like I always like to say at the onset of the show, we are not life coaches. We're just people with life experiences. Right. Yes, we believe in Jesus Christ. And we would love at the end of the show that something that you hear may want you to call in just to get to know Jesus a little better.
Yes.
If you have not given your life over to Christ, that would be a lovely thing to do on tonight. But if not, we still would like for you to call in and just discuss what opportunities are you willing to do now? What is it that you want to do now for yourself, for your dream?
You know what I was just thinking? And I was going back, and I like the way you expounded on that. When I was traveling, I was discovering different nationalities while we traveled, and then while I went on business travel. And I come to find out that when I was traveling, I learned about the culture in different places. So when I came back here and did outreach ministry, when you're involved in the community, helping the community, you're reaching different nationalities. So then through me observing the culture, trying to understand different nationalities and the way they do certain things, then it helped me to be more open in how to communicate to the different nationalities within our community in the DMV area. So I found that to be an asset.
Well, now, is that something that you desired to do? Is that something that you wanted to do, to get to know how to deal with different nationalities?
Yes. One thing that I loved about traveling is that I wanted to learn about, I wanted to learn outside of my culture. And when you're open to learn outside of your culture, you can gain more knowledge and you can get more of an understanding. And that develops you more into, I want to say, a well-rounded person, if you will. So when I came back and I was able to serve more people with different nationality or nationalities, then I could kind of understand the way they do things.
So you kind of took advantage of your opportunity.
Absolutely.
See, and that's what we have to do. We have to take advantage of our opportunities. Because sometimes opportunity in that area only comes once. Sometimes God will place somebody in your life at that moment, at that time. I know a lot of people who are in the singing industry or rappers, and they've gotten in front of important people, and people have asked them to sing right on cue.
That's
true. Or people have asked them to rap right on cue. Somebody may want you to do it right on cue. Are you ready Are you ready to show yourself right on cue?
Good.
See, you just don't know what's going to happen, because when you actually are pursuing your dream and it's something that God wants you to do, you never know what. He said He will put you before great men who will sow into your bosom. So you don't know what's going to happen at that time. Are you really prepared for it? What are you doing to prepare yourself for your dream? Give us a call at 240-719-2560. I was finding out today.
I had another part too.
Well, come on, because I'm not going to do all the talking tonight. I'll let you work tonight.
I was thinking about when you love to be a motivational speaker. If that's something that you want to do, that's something that I love to do. And you have to kind of seek out opportunities and start communicating, build your communication up with people. And there will be platforms created just for you. And sometimes there are those on-the-spot opportunities where you have to be ready.
You have to be ready. Like our pastor would tell us, and most pastors would tell you need to have a sermon in your back pocket.
That is true.
Because you never know when you're going to be called on. And what happens is you can't get comfortable because it looks like your dream is not working, or you're not being called on, or you're not being used. You got to always be ready. You got to always be prepared. I'm finding out now, you know, I've had times where pastors have called and say, hey, I need you to do such and such and such. And it's not time for excuses. I was reading T.D. Jakes' books, which speaks to men, and he talks about dysfunction, and he talks about no more hiding. Dysfunction is not an excuse anymore. And a lot of times we use dysfunction as a reason why we can't do our dream. Well, this didn't happen to me when I was coming up, or that happened to me, or somebody did this, or somebody did that to me, and it caused me to be a certain way. But we can't use that anymore. Yes, we need to. It's important, but we need to get some help for it and then move on. I'm just still hearing our pastor speak today. You need to get some help for your stuff and then move on so God can use you.
I like that.
I like the idea of still dreaming. Still being able to dream. And if you have a dream tonight, give us a call at 240-719-2560 so we can talk about your dream. We can talk about what it is that you'd like to do. What's a dream that you have that I don't know about? I like to ask you questions like that.
I think you do. You come with the real questions that I have not thought about, but have to be prepared to answer.
Exactly.
And so I think for me, right off the back, I can say I don't think there is anything that I have not shared with you as far as what I'd like to do. I think as the years go by, you will discover new things. Sometimes there's new ideas. There's a bigger or a better way to do things. And so it's almost as if you're adding to the dream, or you are enhancing your dream. I think it's important to enhance your dream.
How do you see us doing that? How do you see a person enhancing their dream?
I think for us, since you said us, I think that there will be various platforms that's created for us to be able to have a panel setting, and we can begin to talk and be able to help build the community. So I just think it's going to be more doors open for us to do that, because that's something that we love to do.
Okay. For me, some things I haven't told you about.
Okay.
One of my dreams is I want to see people have joy.
I love that.
I do, and I think that life has put people in a place where they don't even know how to have joy anymore. Mm-hmm. So now that they don't have no joy about life, they don't have any dreams anymore. Yes. They're not even planning anymore. It's just mundane. I get up, I go to work, I come home. I'm lucky if I have somewhere to live. I'm okay. I hope I have something to drive. I hope I have something to eat in the refrigerator. But there's more to life than that. God wants more for us, but we have to find some joy while we're going through what it is that we're going through, while we're dealing with what we have and what we wish we had. A lot of times now people are giving up on your dream. Mm-hmm. You're giving up on your dream because you got a bad report or you lost a job. Sometimes losing a job is the best thing that could ever happen to you if you have a dream.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because you got to put your feet to the fire now.
Yes.
Now you got to work on your dream, or you're just going to end up not having anything or not doing anything. So I think tonight is a good night to talk about your dream. 240-719-2560. And I think that when you have a dream or you have a desire, you need to focus in that area. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times we get caught doing so many different things because a lot of us are talented in a lot of different areas.
Yes.
I don't even want to use that thing or master of what, however they say that thing. I think it's so negative. Jack of all trades, master of none. I just think that's negative because a lot of people have experience. I know people that can fix cars. I know people that can fix, the same person that can fix a house, same person that can do electricity, the same person that can paint. You understand what I'm saying?
Understand.
So to say that to a person is negative. But now, if you have a dream, you want to get that person to hone on in it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, so what is your best skill? What is your best skill? Well, I can fix a house. I can build houses. I can paint. I can do cars. What is the best one? What is the one that's going to be lucrative to you? What is the one that you enjoy the most?
You have to enjoy what you're doing.
Exactly.
I was just thinking about the homegoing service that we went to for my Uncle Dennis, and one of his famous phrases was "Can't stop, won't stop, look good and feel good."
See.
So you have to be determined. You cannot stop dreaming. No matter what situation or what phase in life that you're experiencing, you cannot stop dreaming. You won't be determined. I won't stop dreaming. Then you have to look good. Prepare yourself for your future. Prepare yourself for your dream. And feel good on the inside. That means internally do the work so that you can be able to feel and enjoy what you desire to do. Because what you do, you will live in. A dream is not just a picture or a figure of your imagination, but it's alive. You have to make it alive.
I like that. I like what you're saying.
It becomes a part of you.
Yes.
You live it.
Yes. You want to make anything dead is not working. Anything dead is no longer working.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that we use that analogy, but anything dead is not working. So what you need, your dream has to be alive in you.
Yes, it
and
does.
You have to believe in yourself.
Yes.
And the way you believe in yourself is through the Word of God.
Yes.
See, I'm talking to believers now. I know we have business entrepreneurs out there who may not believe in God, who may say, I just have, the power to do what I can do it on my own. That's fine. So I'm talking to religious people as well who may be watching the show tonight, that you have to have a belief in yourself, but you have to believe in God as well.
Yes.
And therefore, you will be able to explore things with that peace and with that joy.
Yes.
And most of the time, I think I heard my pastor say this a while ago, most of the time when it gets the toughest, and actually is when God is doing the best work on your life.
Yes.
And what happens is when you quit at the tough time, then you may lose that opportunity. How do you pursue an opportunity if you're going to keep quitting? I find out that, quitters never win. You just can't stop quitting. And the main thing is you can't stop quitting in your heart. Your heart has to still be for your passion. Your passion, if your passion is for people, most people who are successful because they have passion for people.
Yes.
They're selling something that's going to make people feel better about themselves. They're doing something that's going to make people feel better about themselves.
Yes.
And that's where your blessing coming at, when you're helping somebody else feel better about themselves. We're going to take a break right now. Give us a call at 240-719-2560. Let's talk about your dreams tonight.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, let's take it.
Well, let's go and take the caller.
Yes.
Caller, you're on the line.
Hi.
Hello. Good evening. My name is Denise.
Yes.
Hi, Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hi. We're talking about dreams.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
One of my dreams, and I think I agree. I think I heard Elder Patrice say about they change. Sometimes they can change, you know.
Okay.
And I know through years mine have changed as well. There's, you know, more. I'm learning as my faith grows. They're becoming grander, bigger and bigger.
Yes.
I'm learning how to believe for bigger things. My dreams have increased.
Yes.
And so instead of, you know, where I could believe for or dream for, let's say, a certain house, I'm looking forward to owning many houses.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I think that's a big dream too, and using those homes to help people.
Yes.
You know, and I think that's one of my dreams. And so, and also, like you have to move into that direction.
Yes.
Okay. And then I ask, you know, okay, how can I move into this direction?
Okay.
What can I do? So I'm starting to educate myself about real estate and to go into that direction. And so I'll be educated, have the knowledge to understand what it takes, and you know, and how to save and how to position myself to, you know, get to a point where I can move up higher and higher. And I know it's a big dream, but step by step. You know?
Yes.
Well, you know, I'm enjoying what you're saying, and nothing's too big for God, Denise. I just want to let you know that tonight. Nothing's too big for God.
Yes.
And He wants us to dream big, but He wants us to use wisdom as well. And it sounds like you're on your way to using wisdom, because sometimes we have a dream and we just jump right into it without knowing everything that goes along with it. I found that out when I started my detail business. There's certain laws that I have to abide by even to do detail in the city of Maryland. So you have to know these things so you won't get pulled up and get fined. So I found those out as I go along. There's certain things that you can and cannot do to vehicles. So you have to find out. So you have to be trained in that. So I like what you're saying as far as, you know, you're going to get educated in it. I believe that you can do it. But have you started taking steps towards it yet?
Yes, that's what I was saying was I started to research and you know, take classes.
Excellent.
In real estate and understand, you know, all about housing and everything. So I just find people need places. People want affordable housing. And that's my passion. That's
awesome.
That's one of my things, and so I'm moving in that direction.
So let me ask you a question, since we have you on the line and you sound so positive and everything. What brought you to that place where you wanted to do housing? What happened in your life that made you think that?
My life, and you know what? I was in a position where I lost the house.
Okay.
And I said, you know what, Lord, I'll never, I'm going to position myself so that I'm not in that place again.
Okay.
I'll say it that way.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we don't know what we can face, you know, whatever. And, but I choose to believe that He will honor that God will honor that. And that I'm going to, and so that's how it began. That's how it began. I was in a position where, you know, I lost my home, and it's a very humbling and hurtful situation. You know?
Yes.
And I realized when I looked at it, I was like, I can say I allowed certain things to happen that I shouldn't have.
That's all right. Yeah.
Learning experience. You do.
Learn. Life is a learning ground.
Yes, it is.
You learn not to make the same mistakes over and over again if you're smart.
That is correct.
You learn to do things a bit differently.
That is correct. That is correct.
And so I thought, well, wow, if I'm in that position, somebody else could be in that position as well.
Most definitely. Yes.
And I know there are others that have lost, you know, homes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
definitely.
wow, I'd like to help have something, you know, in place where I would be able to, I've experienced it, I felt it, I know what it feels like. So I would like to be able to, you know, do something about that if I could. You know, that's one of my dreams. You know what?
But what you just said is a recipe for success, because you've experienced it. You know, and that's where the passion comes. I just feel it in the studio. I could just feel your passion, how sincere you feel about what you went through, and how you'd like to see somebody else not go through that.
Yes.
And I think right there is one of those things that, like I said earlier in the show, that when you have a desire to help people, and you've been there and it can feel you, I just believe that that's a recipe for success. So I thank you for calling in tonight. I thank you for sharing your testimony. And if we can help you in any kind of way, let us know. I do know some people that's in real estate that has been real estate for some long time now, and they may be able to help you in some areas that you need help in. So we can give us a call and we can talk about it. All right?
Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Bless you.
I love it.
You see that?
I'm encouraged.
I'm encouraged.
Guess what?
Yes.
I was just thinking about what she said is how your dream gets bigger.
Yeah.
Through your experience, through life experiences. And I remember praying for, and I know we got to go to take a break.
That's all right.
I remember praying for more opportunities because I love to help people. Mm-hmm. And it's something we haven't shared, but it is an opportunity that has recently presented itself through the ministry, a church outreach ministry. But just praying, being able to help more people in the DMV area and preparing myself for that. And the opportunity has presented itself for our outreach ministry to be able to have that platform, to speak to another area of people, another group of women. And so we are so honored for that. That's starting off in 2020.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, you've been working hard on the outreach, so your passion is going to bring things to you. Like
I believe
the Bible
that.
says, gift will make room for you. So God is making room for you now. He's honoring what it is that you're doing. We have to remember, folks, that God will honor what you're doing if it's right.
Yes.
If it's right, and your desires. You know, we all want to make money. We all want to be rich. Our pastor said it today. Everybody's not going to be rich. We might as well get that point across.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, we all want to be comfortable. We all want to live better. We all want to look better, drive better, be better. But you got to remember that you got to be doing something to help somebody else out there.
Yes.
And it's got to be right. It can't be just for your own personal gain.
Yes.
You want to be able to look back 10 years from now and say, yep, I was a part of that. You see, that's part of your passion. That's part of your dream. Give us a call at 240-719-2560. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
See you soon.
Welcome back to the Randell Fisher Show. I'm your host, Randell Fisher.
And I'm your co-host, Patrice Fisher.
So when we start out the show tonight, we're talking about explore your opportunity. So I want to just read what explore actually means.
Yes.
Explore means to travel into order to learn about or familiarize yourself with something. So before you can actually explore, excuse me, before you can explore any dream, you have to be able to know what it's about.
Yes.
You can't be say you're going to do the best wings. Excuse me. Go ahead.
You do have to have an understanding of what your dream is about, or at least have an image in your mind. And once you have that focus point, then you will collect the pieces and put them together so that you can begin to take the steps to build your dream. So what you're talking about is simply experience, having that experience, gaining that knowledge, like the caller said, taking classes to enhance yourself. So those are the building mechanisms on giving your dream hands and feet. That's the foundation. In building your dream, you have to have a foundation. You have to build from somewhere. Start somewhere. One brick at a time. One brick at a time.
Well, you want to just get around people who are already doing the dream that you have.
That's a good point.
The Bible said there's nothing. Excuse me. The Bible said there's nothing new under the sun. So that means you're not going to be the only guy selling chicken.
Right.
You're not going to be the only detail guy. You're not going to be the only author. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to be the only one that's in management or entertainment. Somebody else has done it before you. So you want to get around them and kind of be trained by them without them even knowing it. You're just finding out what's going on, and then you find out what that's about and find out if that's really your passion. And the work that it takes to do the passion. I think a lot of times we have trouble in our passions and dreams because the work is hard.
Yes,
that's
good.
The work is hard.
That's good.
It's not easy, and it's not going to come overnight. So when we lose the passion for it because it seems like we want overnight success. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens overnight. You didn't get where you're at overnight. It took some time for you to even get to the point where you can even think about doing something for yourself. So you have to be take your time and wait for the thing to happen for you. Some people, they say businesses take 5 years.
Right.
Just to get on their feet. So therefore, you have 5 years of work, and you have to still keep reinvesting in your business. You have to still keep putting your money into your business. You can't make some money and go spend it on something else and not reinvest it in your business.
That's true.
This is the way that your business becomes successful. So by you exploring and familiarizing yourself with it, now you got something to work on. Even if you have to go to the bank and get a loan, which unfortunately I wish you wouldn't have to, but some people have to. If you have to go to the bank and get a loan, at least you're familiar about it. They want to see what your business plan is.
Right.
They want to see, do you know what you actually are talking about?
Right.
Or are you just somebody just shooting out the hip because you've seen somebody else do it? Familiarize yourself what's going on.
That's good.
And then you have to be able to discuss it. Discuss it in detail about what it is that you're doing. And a lot of times you can ask people about their passion, and they haven't really talked about it in detail. They haven't written it down in detail to be able to explain to you in detail. If I have somebody that decides they want to invest in what I'm doing, I got to be able to explain to them in detail what it is that I'm doing, so they may want to do the investment. Somebody invested with me in my detail business. I don't need to say their name, but the fact of the matter is I had to really explain to them exactly what my plan was and what it is that I saw myself doing with this detail business.
Yes.
And I'm still working on it. Like I said, sometimes it takes years. You learn as you go on the road. But the fact of the matter is that you have to know what you're talking about when the time comes.
Yes. I was just thinking about you have to know where your passion comes from. Where did it begin? Sometimes it's good to be able to explain, where did it all begin? Those are the questions that we ask here on the show sometimes as we've interviewed our guests. Where did it begin? Where did your business all begin? Where did your dream, your ministry, where did the singing, where did it begin? Where did it start in you? When was it birthed?
Right.
When did it give birth? When did you give birth to that vision? And so even in that, I've learned that not only do you have to understand where it began, but then you have to understand how are you going to use this gift or talent to affect the community in a positive way? How can it be an asset
And you know, in saying that, sometimes you know, if you think too far ahead, because you don't know, like Pastor was saying today, I like to use her for reference tonight because she said some important things at church today. You don't know how this thing is going to happen. God can't tell you everything at one time.
Right.
If your dream, He's not going to show you the end before you get to the middle. He's just not going to do that to you. You have to start somewhere at the beginning. You don't know what's going to happen. I think about so many people who started businesses for certain reasons and didn't even know that they was going to end up being the person that they are. Actually, your dream may take you in a whole nother direction.
Yes.
That you wasn't even prepared for, that you didn't know, but somehow it just kind of all worked together. So therefore, when you start your dream, don't look at the end part of it so fast.
Yes.
Don't look at the fact, I'm going to be a millionaire, next year, without really having a plan. You don't know if you're going to be a millionaire next year. Your desire may be to be a millionaire next year, but if you do not become a millionaire, don't allow yourself to quit your dream. It's just a good place that you'd like to get to.
What I like here is that someone who's looking at the show now and writing comments on our YouTube, Vox Wave Live, Valerie, she's watching now, and her statement is, choose to believe. So to elaborate on what you said, no matter what, you still have to choose to believe. If he gives you a fresh new idea, a new direction, you still have to believe it. It may not be overnight, like you said, but you choose to believe, regardless of what it appears to be in the beginning.
Well, the choice is yours.
The choice is
yours.
Thank you, Valerie.
The gift comes from God, but the choice is yours.
Yes.
You see, so He gives you a gift, but it's still your choice to do it.
Yes, it is.
Right? He's not going to do it for you. So, therefore, if you don't believe it, then don't do it. And a lot of times, if you just don't believe it, don't do it. You know, find something else to do. If you just I know I can sing, but I don't believe that somebody will sign me. Well, then you probably shouldn't do it.
Wow, that's good.
You know, if that's what you believe.
You have to believe
so
in
you can't, like you said, you can love one and hate the other. You can't love the fact that I have a gift, but then hate the fact that I don't want to use it.
Wow. That's good. That's a good statement.
Or be in fear about not using your gift.
That's very good. Very good.
You know, because we do that. We talk out of both sides of our mouths sometimes, and we're saying some things good, but at the same thing we're talking good, we're talking bad about it at the same time. And it's just not going to work.
You know what I was just thinking as I was growing up, understanding some of the gifts and talents that I have, that God has given me. And I realized that I wanted to hold those gifts because I was afraid. But as I have grown over the years, recently within the past 3 or 4 years, I've learned to embrace it, but then I'm learning to release it because the gift was not just meant for me. It was not designed for me to just enjoy, but it's designed to help other people. And so, like you said, you cannot harbor something that is considered a gift or a talent because you're not giving it the chance to breathe and grow and flourish to its fullest potential.
Okay. If you want to go to the fullest potential, give us a call at 240-719-2560. I like the fact, and I said it before on the other before we went to break, and T.D. Jakes' book, Speaks to Men. It's a book that he has written to talk to men. You know, he's written several books. And in it, he talks about, and I said this earlier, I just want to repeat it.
Okay.
He said, dysfunction is not an excuse. So how you were raised, how you grew up, is not an excuse anymore. What happened to you, yes, it may have been traumatic, it may have been devastating, but that's still not going to help you unless you use it to make you, to infuse you to do it.
Yes.
To go ahead and do it, infuse you to do it. If you're still focusing on what happened to you and why this person did that to you and this, I don't know why they treated me this way, then you're going to find yourself still living in dysfunction. Yes. All of us have a measure of dysfunction about us. Some of us have learned how to just kind of put it to the side and really just work through it. Some of us are still stuck in that area of dysfunction. And what he's basically saying is there's no more excuses. So when we rely on our dysfunction, when we rely on the things that we went through in the past, we allow ourselves to have excuses to go further in what God has called us to do in our dream. I'm finding out for myself, even that I'll be 60, God willing, in next month, I'm finding out that sometimes in your head you still focusing on excuses. Why you can't do this, and really the main excuse that you probably have, and if you like me, is people.
Okay.
You have to be delivered from what people think about you.
Yes.
If God has given you a plan and you feel like you can get wisdom from people that really want to help you. But at the end of the day, they can't do it for you.
Yes.
They can direct you in that way because they've done it before. They have a certain business or they have a certain dream that they've done. But you can't allow them to change what you hear from God. You just still have to learn how to do it without making the mistakes that they have made before. So
yes.
I like to learn from people who say, I made this mistake. I set out to do this. I know somebody in the detail business, and they said they started out, they bought too many vehicles. They bought too many vehicles and found out that their overhead got in the way. So they had to try to scale down their vehicles now and scale back and start out again. That's okay. But the fact of the matter is, sometimes we see ourselves big, like the caller said, she sees herself big, but you still got to start out small.
Yes, yes.
The Bible says don't despise humble beginnings.
Yes.
You still have to start out in a humble way, and you have to start out small and just let God grow it for you. But you have to stay consistent. That's the main thing you have to do, is stay consistent in your dream. If you want to talk about your dream tonight, give us a call at 240-719-2560. This is always a tough subject because a lot of people don't really believe in themselves.
I was just thinking that some people are afraid to fly with what they see and what they feel, and they're afraid to release it.
Well, it's hard
because then means there's some things you can control, but then there's some things you may not be able to control, and you don't know how far it's going to go. You don't know where it's going to reach, but you do have to be open for those opportunities to present itself, because sometimes we can jot down what we want to happen and how to connect the pieces to the puzzle, but then there's some new things that might come to that plan or to that dream, and you have to be open to see, okay, let's see if this is for me, and then see what door you can walk through and where it will take you, your gifts and your talents.
Well, I like what you're saying as far as opportunity is concerned. Opportunity is just a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something.
Yes, that's good.
See, and if you're in an opportunity and it's not making it possible to do what you think you need to do, then it's the wrong opportunity.
That's excellent. You
have walked through the wrong door. Because if you walk through a door and you want to sell chicken, but you walk through a door and somebody's a baker,
excellent.
That might be the wrong door. It's the same thing if both of y'all are cooks, but they have a different passion than you have.
That's very
so
good.
Therefore, if your opportunity has to be something that makes it possible for you to do what is required for you to do. Now, if they have a baker and they want to say, well, I'm going to let you use this side to sell chicken, now the opportunity is working for you. You see, so you want to walk into something that gives you a possibility to do something. I find out myself, a lot of times we let money stop us as well. Yes, you need money. If I know that better than anybody, you need money, but you need an idea first.
Yes.
You need an idea. You need the opportunity. You need to go in and find out what it is that I need to do to make this work. How much money do I actually need to start?
Right. That's good.
Right. Is there somebody willing to invest that's not trying to take all my profits from me?
That's very good. Very good.
You see, and those things are important because this is an opportunity, a set of circumstances. Sometimes circumstances come so fast.
Yes.
Circumstances can be positive or negative. Right? You can find an opportunity that's just negative for you. It does not work for you. That doesn't mean you're not able to do your dream. That just means in this circumstance, in this place that you're in, it's not going to work for you. And if you want to give us a call tonight at 240-719-2560.
What I was thinking is that you have to be careful, like you said, as to what doors you go through.
Exactly.
Pay attention and observe.
And that doesn't mean that you're not going to go through a wrong door. You may have to go through 4 or 5 wrong doors before you get to the right door.
That is
but at
true.
least you're going through and you're saying, okay, that ain't it. Don't spend too much time in an area that you see that's not working for you.
That's excellent. Good idea. That's a good statement.
And if it's not helping your dream, it's not enhancing your dream, and it's depleting your dream, it's depleting your finances, it's depleting your spirit, your soul, you're tired, you may have to get out of that door and decide to revamp and let me go through this door. If that door doesn't work, you might as well go to the next door. But you eventually are going to get it right, is the point that we're making. You're going to get it right, but you got to keep on going forward. You got to keep on dreaming. You got to keep on hoping. You got to keep on praying. praying. You got to keep on thinking. You got to keep on reinventing your dream. Sometimes you got to reinvent it as you go along because technology has changed now. There's
true.
A lot of things that you need to know what's going on.
That is true.
You have all these social media pages that people want you to be on. You have a whole lot of ways that you can market yourself now that you weren't able to do before.
Yes.
So you need to know all the disadvantages that you have, not disadvantages, but advantages that you have to help you in your dream.
So what you're saying too is to identify your assets. As you walk through different doors, different opportunities present itself, study and observe to see, is this an asset or is this a liability? Is it going to add to me or is it going to take away from me? Is this good for the dream? Or again, is it not good? Is it going to take away?
Well, I like what you're saying. And also we want to keep in mind that there are going to be some losses.
Yes, that's true.
See, and when you're dreaming and when you're pursuing, there are going to be some losses there, but there are going to be some gains.
Right.
You want to make sure you have more gains than you have losses. Yes, people will come to you and they will sell you a book or whatever, and you may believe it, and then you find out that you're losing. So therefore, but you got, it's going to happen in business. There's a loss, and there's just like anything else. Like the pastor was talking about a game today. There's a loss and a win column. Sometimes you're going to end up on the loss column, and sometimes you're going to end up on the win column. You want to end up in the win column more than you are on the loss column. And this is how it works in your dream when you're trying to pursue your dream.
And I was thinking too, you have to be willing to negotiate. It's okay to negotiate.
Exactly.
So you don't have to back down when opportunity presents itself, because there will be opportunities. There are going to be opportunities that will present itself to that dream. And if it's not crossing every T and dotting every I, if there's an interest that you have, a feeling that you have that this opportunity that has presented itself, this person, this company that may have an interest in your dream, and if it's not exactly everything that you think it should be, if you feel the wiggle room to negotiate, then by all means, negotiate. You never know the yes that may be on the other end.
So you don't have to just accept what comes your way.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying.
You don't have to accept everything that comes your way. You can actually say no.
Let me think about it.
Yes, let me think about it. You can be confident about that. You can say no. I know, but this is going to cost me too much. I'm not going to pay this much for. I'm just on chicken today. I must be hungry. I'm not going to pay this much for the chicken when I can get the same type of chicken. I can get a good deal over here. And a lot of times when I dream, if something seems so good to be true, and we jump on it and find out it was too good to be true. So give us a call at 240-719-2560, and we're going to talk about exploring your dreams. I want to talk about in Galatians 4 and 5. It says, be wise in the way you act toward outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. When you're trying to be in your, you have to be wise and make the most out of your situation.
Yes.
And you have to be kind to people that's outside of your group or your church or in your circle, because those may be the very first people that's going to help you out in your dream.
Wonderful. Yes.
Keep your eyes open for opportunities, but always remember that you got to make yourself friendly.
Yes.
You got to make yourself friendly.
Speak on that.
That doesn't mean you don't have to be a good business person, or you don't have to be prudent in any kind of way. You can still be prudent, but still, at the end of the day, you have to make yourself friendly towards people. Yes. And I understand, as I talked earlier on the show, and I saw how our pastor was, giving some opportunities, and how people wanted to know who she was, because the fact that it matters, she made herself friendly. See, I learned something today. I learned that you got to find a way to make yourself friendly. And you don't have to go out of your way. Just be you. Be who God has called you to be. Yes. People want to see the real you when they're investing in you.
They sure do.
People want to see, is this that person? Okay, yeah, it's something there. It's something there. People have to see that it's something there. And for the most part, it's the way you deal with people. The way you deal with people that's strangers that you don't really know.
Yes.
Because somebody could come up to you and have that answer for you, but you ran them off by the way
you presented yourself.
They did a series today in Sunday school, and they were talking about perception and how you see things, and you may see things different than somebody else. Yes. But just because you see it different than somebody else doesn't make them wrong. Yes. It's just that you're not able to see it the way they're able to see it.
Yes.
And I think that the way you get to see it the way they see it is the way they talk to you.
Yes, that's good too.
Because it's just like your child. You tell your child, don't snatch away from me. Don't snatch away from me because, I don't want you to get hit by no car. Hold on. And sometimes children snatch away.
Yes.
So, and then most of the time we discipline, we smack them on the hand or smack them on the fanny or something like that to let them know just how serious it is. Mm-hmm. So sometimes people are going to smack you in your hand a little bit. They're going to smack you in your fanny a little bit. They're going to let you know, wait a minute, hold up. Now, this direction you're going is not a good direction for you for this part of the business. Why don't you try this? You have to be willing to try something.
Yes. Yes.
But I still think that it all depends on how you present yourself. Are you a kind of person that can hear somebody else's idea? As long as it lines up with what you're trying to do. Are you able to take correction? Are you able to take rejection? See, you got to, my God, this is the one that gets us all the time. When you're dreaming and you're trying to do your thing, this is what gets you all the time, rejection.
Rejection.
Are you going to quit after the first time they say no?
Yeah, that's good. Good point.
Are you going to stop after the first time you go to the bank and they say, well, no, your credit score is too low. We can't help you.
Can't stop, won't stop.
See, this is the thing. So this is what happens with us when we have a dream. We quit so fast from rejection. If you study anybody that has a business or anybody that had a dream or anybody that's acting and they still doing it because they didn't stop at the no.
Yes.
They didn't stop at the rejection part. I've been on the set before and how they look at you and they make a decision. You go and they say, nope, you're not it. And you just you gotta walk away. And they tell you, you're the modeling. They tell you, no, you're not who we're looking for. You done sent in all your headshots and your pictures and all that, and you get there for your audition and they tell you, no.
You don't make the cut.
You didn't make the cut. We're not who you're looking for. And you gotta deal with that. And most people who are still successful are the ones who did not quit off that no. Some people have gotten so many no's. I know people I've talked to and I've heard about that's been in the acting business and they got so many no's that they were just about ready to quit. And they went there one more time. Why am I saying that? We have a caller tonight.
All right.
Caller, you on the line? Oh, this is the Fishers. How are you tonight?
Hello, this is Phyllis Battle. How y'all doing?
Hi, Miss Battle.
Great.
How are you?
Let me turn you off in the background.
Thank you. We know you know your business. You're a media mogul, so we know you know.
Yeah, I was getting some feedback from the watching the YouTube.
It's okay. So what's on your mind tonight, Felicia? Okay.
So I figured I was listening in, and you guys were making some great points as usual. Let me just back up and say congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
And I pray that the Lord bless you guys and what it is that you're doing. I love ministry outside of church, and this platform is just a great way to reach multiple people. And I salute you for it.
Thank you. Well, you're one of our favorite people, and we're going to get you on the show so you can encourage some folks. But tonight, can you just tell us what it is that you do?
Yes.
Because I know you're in business, so I want to hear what you do so the people can hear what it is that you do.
That's a great question. It's like tonight, after I have been running and ripping and rolling and rocking, that I need to ask myself the same question. What is it that you two do? And basically, I've learned, for me personally, I'm a builder. In essence, I am a builder and I'm a launcher. Sometimes it's my own projects and own products and services that I'm building and launching. But most of the time it's other people's projects, products, services, ideas. So I'm gifted to help people launch. Myself personally, I've launched several businesses.
Okay.
Some have failed, some have been successful.
Okay.
Right now, I have a popcorn business that the Lord has blessed, and it's actually National Popcorn Day.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
we-
Well, happy National Popcorn Day. I didn't know that.
Yes.
But
Nobody knew there was a thing, right? There's
wow.
definitely a thing. And it's National Popcorn Day, so I've been at the shop out in, we have a shop out in Loudoun County.
Okay.
Definitely look us up, UZ Kettle Corn, UZKETTLEKORN.
Okay.
The best popcorn in the world.
Yes.
So I have that. I also do marketing consulting for small businesses, again, who are ready to launch, and ministries, businesses, because that was my career before I became a full-time entrepreneur.
Yes.
Okay.
I was in marketing as a career person. So,
Okay.
but in essence, to answer your question, the sole reason God put me on this earth was to help build and launch. I'm really good at that. I try to stay in that lane.
Okay.
It took me a long time to find out what I was good at, and now I really just walk in that gift. I'm somebody who can, if you got an idea and you start to finish, I'm going to be there to help you finish it.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I do.
You know, I like that. So, how do you feel when you're doing that? What does it do for your soul when you're doing that? When you're helping people? Kind of take us there. What does it feel like to you?
Oh man, I don't do much. I don't do anything else for free but that.
Okay.
That's how I know it's my passion, because you don't even have to pay me for it. I could talk it all day. You could tell from the excitement in my voice when I'm talking ideas with somebody who says that the Lord has called them to
Wow.
start the business. You can tell from the excitement in my voice from getting a call from a ministry that says, "Hey, can you help us do social media?" Or you can tell the excitement in my voice when
Okay.
I get a call from somebody who says, "I'm ready to quit my job and start this business." It's
Okay.
been doing good on the side, but now I want to go full time. I would do that for free. And the Lord told me a long time ago, because I kept getting all these prophecies about I'm going to be making millions, right? Making millions, making millions, making millions. I
Okay.
heard that prophecy so many
Wow.
times. And I'm like, yo, what's good with this prophecy?
Right. I got it.
Right?
Yes.
Show me the money. And the Lord said, listen, Bruce, you will make millions for other people. People, you won't become a millionaire until you've made millions for others. You're
It's a good point.
And as long as you are doing what you're called to do, as long as you're carrying out that role, I'm going to provide for you. I'm going to be your provision. You're connected to provision. Don't worry about millionaire status. Because as long as you operate in the gift that I gave you, you'll be connected to provision.
You know, I like what you said. Wow, I'm gonna cut you for a second, because you're saying something that's stirring me up a little bit. And what you're saying is your passion can't be just based on making money.
Now,
You know, at the end of the day, we all want to make some money, but your passion has to be something that you love, that you would do for free if you had the opportunity.
and sometimes you have to do it for free.
Exactly.
That's the difference between, okay, so I came out of a career-minded, very profit-driven world.
Okay.
I came out of sales, marketing, worked with major brands like an Amazon, worked with major brands like an NFL, very profit-driven.
Right.
You say that they have a bottom line.
Okay.
The difference between entrepreneurship over there and entrepreneurship in the kingdom and Christian entrepreneurship is that my bottom line is not always tied to profit. Sometimes the Lord will have me start a business just to get a testimony.
Right. I feel you on that.
I have a question.
You know, go ahead. You have a question?
Felicia, I have a question. We were talking about rejection a few minutes ago, and in your experience, when you have taken an opportunity and rejection comes at the door, how do you in walking out your dream, handle rejection? How do you handle the no?
Oh, he knows the question. Like, it's not even, it's a no longer phases me.
Excellent.
Like, I'm not really, I used to be so distraught by it, but
Okay.
because by definition, entrepreneurship means that you're taking risks.
That's good.
Right.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
And one of the risks is you're going to get enough.
Yes.
Like that's one of the things, 50% chance somebody's going to tell you no. And when they do, that didn't destroy your dream.
Excellent.
You know, a no
Excellent.
doesn't affect the dream. You
Yes.
still have it.
Yes.
Right.
And
Yes.
even if Joseph told his brothers a dream, and they all said no. You absolutely right.
Yes.
Right.
It didn't affect the outcome of it, though.
Exactly.
Excellent.
You know, I like what you're saying because, you know, we're going to let you go in a minute, but I like what you're saying as far as, you know, it's almost, you should never think that out of all the people in the world, all the people that you come in business with, they're all going to say yes. That's just false. It's not going to happen. So when you look at it from that perspective, that everybody's not going to say yes to your dream. Everybody's not going to like your dream. Everybody's not going to support your dream. And some people are going to tell you out of your mind, you're not going to make it. This is not going to happen for you. You know, they already got this on the other corner. You're not going to do that well. So you got to always keep in mind that is there, but you still got to always keep in mind that there's some yeses as well.
Yes. That's good.
And all it takes is one good yes. All it takes is one good yes. You understand what I'm saying?
That's all
and therefore you already have a yes from God.
Yeah.
So now it's just waits for somebody else to line up with it.
Yeah.
So I yeah.
I've had emails that were no that turned into yeses because I was persistent.
Right.
I like that.
Yes.
Wow.
If I had gotten so crushed and defeated in the no, I wouldn't have followed up with, okay, thank you very much. I'll be in touch in 90 days.
Right.
Outstanding.
And during that 90 days, I'm going to tweak my presentation, but I'm also praying and fasting. And
Yeah.
at the time, you're going to tell me yes, and you don't even know why.
Yeah.
And I know why, because God promised me provision.
Right.
God said this was the door. God said this is the way. God said this is the county that you're supposed to be in, that your business is supposed to be in. I don't care who else is on the block. You're going to be on the block, and you're going to be successful.
That's correct.
Incredible.
I like what you're saying. You know, I even in my detail business, a lot of people look at me kind of strange when I tell them, well, you know, if the forecast says it's going to rain tomorrow, and you know, and I wake up and it's raining, I'm not going to try to wash your car and it's going to rain. Now, if I wake up tomorrow and find out it didn't rain, then I'm going to get to your car. But if I wake up in the morning and find, because I don't have a rain back policy, so therefore I can't afford to give you your money back after you give it to me. But my passion is I don't want to take advantage of anybody just because I can. That, you know, you're 60 or 70, 80, 100, $200, whatever you pay me to do your vehicle, it doesn't mean anything if I know that I didn't do it right. You know, I didn't treat you right.
That's good.
You know, I feel bad when I wash a person's car and it rains the next day. I do, but I understand that does happen. But I'm saying for me to know it, you know, is another thing. You know, and I just trust in God. And I've gotten people say, you know what, nobody's never said that to me before. They just go ahead and wash it, take my money, you know, and bye-bye. No, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not coming back to do it over for free. Unless it's something I actually did wrong and it didn't turn out right. But other than that, hey, you know, the deal is done.
I care.
So therefore, I feel better when I do it like that. So I'm going back to what you said about doing something for free. I feel better just being honest right up front.
Right.
And I think a lot of people in business are just honest, not honest right up front. If you're starting out a business and you're in this business, if somebody say to you, well, Felicia, I need 1,000 bags of popcorn, but you're only able to get 200 bags.
That's good.
You're not going to promise them that 1,000 bags of popcorn. You get what I'm saying? And I think they would appreciate that more than you saying, oh, yep, and knowing you're not able to do it. So anybody out there, we appreciate you calling in on tonight. You have helped us so much. Just hearing you is always inspiring.
Yes.
We look to get you on the set so you can talk to the people and face to face.
Yes.
But for now, we want to thank you for calling. I know you've had a busy night, and I hope you still have my popcorn waiting for me. I haven't gotten any in a while.
Oh, my God.
I like the cheddar. So hopefully you'll have some for me. But thank you for calling. We appreciate you, and you have a blessed evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night, Victor. Love you to life.
Love you too.
Love you as well.
Wasn't that good?
So that was good. That's our entrepreneur friend, Felicia Battle.
Yes,
she
it
does
is.
all kind of stuff. I mean, she sells popcorn. She
very
motivates
talented.
people. She just did a workshop at our church the other day, and she was very encouraging on some of the things that you need to know as far as how you do your business. So what I like tonight is for anybody that's out there, 240-719-2560, that may not understand and may be a little afraid on how to start your business or how to start your dream, or you may be around people who are just not motivating you in that way, then you need to call us. Give us a call at 240-719-2560, and we can talk about it some more. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back.
All right. Welcome back to the Randell Fisher Sr. Show. I'm your co-host, Patrice Fisher, and I was just thinking, honey, on tonight, I was thinking about the power behind the push in regards to walking your dream out.
Okay.
And how you have to be determined. I heard the caller Felicia say that she was able to take the ability of a no, take the strength and the power and enhance her vision, her strategy, and her plan, and turn it into a yes. So I heard her say that yes, you will hear some no's.
Correct.
There may be a 50% chance of you hearing no. That person or that business may not be interested, but you have to hold your head up high, and you can't walk out being defeated when you hear that no. You have to hold your head up high and stick your chest out and know that, you know what? Okay, either this is a moment for me to enhance my plan, or I can move on to the next, but I am determined to get the yes. And that requires a push. That requires another inner strength, which will come from God in prayer. Mm-hmm. You have to ask God to help you regain your strength and your focus so that you won't sit down and give up or quit on your dream. Okay. Because things will come. Well, it could be a little discouraging. You may not, of course, like I said before, be as far as you think you should be in your mind because you're excited about your dream. Mm-hmm. But in the process, you have to be determined to fight for what you believe in. After choosing, yes, I believe in this dream, then you have to push through it. And it's going to require an inner strength, which means you have to ask God to help you. And then, like you said, you have to be surrounded by faith walkers. You have to be surrounded by people who believe in what you are doing and that support you and cheer you on. If they're not cheering you on, then be careful about who you surround yourself with, because you want people to push you even when it looks like you're not pushing.
Well, and that's important what you say, and the people around you are going to let you know. They'll let you know if you're going in the right direction or not.
Yes.
The ones that really care for you, they'll let you know. And you have to be careful that you're not around somebody who's just happy to see that you're not making it.
Yes.
Because you have, Jesus had a trader in the camp as well. Mm-hmm. So you got to know that you're going to have a trader in the camp. You're going to have, if you got 12 or 13 people, somebody in there is really not believing. I don't care what they say to you in your face. Somebody in there is laughing at you. Somebody's laughing at what you're trying to do. And you have to know that. You have to know who you're around. You have to know that even in spite of, I know all of you guys are not with me, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. And that's where we have to get it. I've been around people who are laughing right at you, right at the table, and they think you don't know. Or who don't believe in you and they think you don't know, and you're going to have those people. You have to be prepared for that. Everybody on your team is not going to be with you. Like some of the superstars that you have out here that had a team and then somebody on that team has gotten them in trouble and almost made them lose everything that they've earned just because they really wasn't with them. It was all about themselves. So you have to be okay with that. Be okay with knowing that everybody's not going to be for you, but if God be for you, who can be against you?
Yes.
And that's how you got to see, and you got to pray, and you got to use wisdom.
Yes.
I'm talking to the believers now who are still desiring to do business, who may want to quit their job, who may want to sell popcorn, who may want to bake donuts. I mean, whoever you are, know that the people right next to you, close to you, are not going to always be with you. Those are the main ones, but that's where you get your strength from. Because God has to show them as well that it wasn't even about them. It was about what He had put in you. Yes. And a lot of times, and those people will fade away. Mm-hmm. Those people will fade away eventually. And you want to surround yourself with positive people who are with you. But don't be fooled. Everybody's not going to be with you. But and that's where you should get your strength from, knowing that, hey, I'm going to do this regardless of who's with me or not. Absolutely. It could be a mother that don't understand. It could be a father that don't understand. It could be a cousin, a sister, a brother. It could be somebody you work with, and they know you're trying to start a side business just because they have their mind focused on, 40 hours, and this is the only way I'm going to make it. Yes. They may not be with you. So you got to keep that in mind. And you got to be careful who you share your dream with, who you share your vision with. We have a few more minutes left. Give us a call at 240-712-5560. You have to be very careful who you share your dream with. Yes. Believe me, because people, and I say that, and I'm just hearing God right now, people that don't believe in you, you're sharing your dream with people that don't believe in you. You're trying to convince those very ones that God has called you to do something and it's going to happen. Don't waste your time on them anymore. I don't know who that's for other than myself. Don't waste your time on them anymore. My wife and I, we're not concerned about who watched the show anymore, whether people like it, whether people don't like it. We're still going to try to continue to do what we feel God has called us to do and let God have his way. Let things work itself out. Yes, we'll revamp. We'll do this. We'll take our good criticism and so forth. But at the end of the day, we're just not going to be concerned about the people who don't care. People, you can't make people care about your dream. You can't. I don't care who it is in your family. It could be your children, it could be anybody. You can't make them care about your dream. You got to believe in yourself and you got to believe in God. You got to believe that all things work together for the good of those who love their Lord and are called according to his purpose. You have to believe that, and you have to believe whatever it is that you're doing it because God, and it's going to be a blessing to somebody else. I just believe that we need to know that before we leave tonight, that whatever I do wants to be a blessing to somebody else.
You know what I was thinking is that, like you were saying, you have to care about your dream. You have to care. And when you care, God will connect you with people that will care about you and what your dream involves.
That's right.
There are people that he will strategically connect you to.
Yes.
In order for it to be a success, he will strategically send people from the north, south, east, and west that will come across your path, people that you have never met before, or maybe cross their path maybe once or twice. And those people he will put in their heart, and they will understand your desire and your vision. And those are the people that you are careful to release what you're vulnerable in, your vulnerable areas. There will be a couple of people that you can be vulnerable with and share, and they will be that safe place. Because I believe when you have that dream and you're walking out your dream, or you're building your dream, or starting the foundation of your dream, there are people that God will give wise counsel. God will give you wise counsel. And there will be people who are in position to do that. And I just believe that God will connect you with some beautiful people that really care and that will help you in building and walking out your dreams. And even on a bad day, those people that he has placed in your life strategically that you will know, they will be the ones that will lift you up and help you and tell you you can make it. Go further. Push. Keep going. Don't stop. I have people in my life, whether it's a few, it's those people that I honor and I cherish, that are friends for a lifetime.
You know, I'm thinking, while you're sitting here talking, I'm thinking about Reuben Hurricane Carter and how he went to prison for something that he didn't do, and how he had appeal after appeal, and he had finally gave up. He finally gave up and figured he was going to be doing life in prison or whatever, whatever the sentence was. And then the young man bought his book for $1 or $2, whatever it was, but it was in $1. It was under $5. Who bought his book and read his book and was connected to some people, some lawyers that were taking care of him.
Yes.
And he had the heart for the book and was able to help Reuben Hurricane Carter be free from prison. See, that's God. That's God. It's unfortunate that this man lived in a racist time where he had people that were after him and that were jealous of him because of who he was, and he had to go to jail. But he had a young man who just bought the book from somewhere, just out of a box somewhere.
My point exactly.
And read the book. You know, God does these kind of things.
Yes, he
so
does.
whoever you are out there, I don't know who you are tonight, and we're trying to reach you tonight.
That's good.
We still have a few minutes. Give us a call at 240-719-2560.
Yes.
But the truth of it is, regardless of the failures that you think you have, all your failures can still work out to be a blessing to you if you just don't quit. If you just don't give up. Yes, you may have to revamp. You may have to add some more cookie dough to your cookie batch, or whatever the case may be. Or you got to figure out another mixture for your flour, or you got to figure out another way to sew a dress, or whatever it is your desire is. But you don't have to quit because of that rejection or because of things didn't work out. Because the truth of the matter is that it's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. And if it does go away, you're going to be miserable because you allowed it to go away. So while you still have the energy and you still have the passion about it, give it another try.
Yeah.
Give your business idea another try. Give your dream another try. If it's to act, go find it. Go find your job out there. If it's to sing, go sing for somebody. If it's to be a poet, go out and go to the poetry shows and ask, hey, can I get on here? And keep on trying. I told you guys I had you laughing. I did a little comedy thing. It didn't go over as well as I like for it to go over, but that didn't discourage me.
You tried it.
That just let me know, okay, you tried it, and I may try it again. I'll revamp and I'll do something different. But the truth of it is that don't quit so fast. Don't give up so fast on your dream. Do not give up so fast on your dream. It still can happen. And what a good thing to talk about on the day before Martin Luther King's birthday is that we're still dreaming as a people. We are still dreaming.
Prime example.
And we're not dreaming to sit at the table. We're dreaming the table to be ours. See,
that's good.
No more dreams about I want to sit at the table and I want to be able to sit at this table because the other person can sit at this table. Other cultures, no, the table is mine.
You own
the table. You want to come and sit at my table. This is how my God, this is how you want to be. And I appreciate that because things have changed a little bit, but we got to get out there and get it. We still have to get it.
I like it.
There's still some things going on out there that we're not aware of. There's still some prejudice going on in people's credit scores. You don't even know that they have raised the bar on the credit score. If you check things out now, it's getting closer to that 700 or whatever the case may be. Now it's like 650. You need to be able to have 650 to do this. They know in the black community, they don't believe a lot of people have a 650 credit score. I believe a lot of people do have a 650 credit score, but you still have to be careful because they keep changing the goal line on us. They're changing the goal line. They're changing Medicare. So a whole lot of things we're going to have to start going back to the old days, but make it new. We're going to have to start fellowshipping together. We're going to have to start bringing our ideas together. We're going to have to start working together in order for our dreams to be successful. You can't be on an island by yourself. You need some help, but make sure you got the right type of help around you.
I like it. You're talking about investment partners.
Well, basically, yeah.
Yeah, people that will come and invest in your dream, and you can have a group of people. You can have investment partners that will come in and say, okay, let's work together on this.
And you got to remember that it can't be all about you because if you want somebody to help you, you got to help somebody else as well.
Absolutely. Give and take.
Give and take.
That's an even exchange there.
Like when you say out on the street, like, fair exchange is not a robbery. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being fair with each other. The problem is when you come into it and you decide, well, it's all about me. Everything's centered around me. Therefore, you're not willing to help somebody else. You're not even willing to listen to somebody else when it's all about you.
So I was just listening to what you said is that not only do you want people to invest in you, but you have to be willing to invest in others.
Exactly.
That's important.
Exactly. What you say? You got to give love to get love.
Yes.
Right? And you have to be sincere. Everybody wants somebody to be sincere. If you're around people who are really not sincere with you, maybe you should pray and ask God to put some people that are more sincere about who you are as a person. Not getting joy out of your failures, not getting joy out of your mishaps, not getting joy out of when you say something that may not cut it from time to time. You want to get yourself around people who can say, hey, I don't know about that, but nevertheless, I love you. Let's do it this way. And you want to get, trust me when I say this, you want to not be around people who really don't care. And you know them. You know who they are. Because they always have something negative to say about you. Anytime you're around people and they always have something negative to say about you, or they're always pointing at you and it's something that's going to bring you down, you know that's the wrong person around you. There's something going on.
But you know what? What I've come to understand is that you have to keep that positive energy flowing.
That's right.
Keep the positive juices flowing. And the more you're positive, people who are positive will connect to you.
That's right.
The positive always should outweigh the negative.
That's right.
Keep pushing with the positive energy. Speak to yourself and speak life. Tell yourself you cannot be stopped. You will not be defeated. I can do all things. Yes, I am more than a conqueror. This business will be successful. Yes, it will. Yes.
And I like that because you have to still believe at the end of the day.
You have to believe it.
You have to believe at the end of the day. And be careful, and this is probably one of the last things I'll say on this tonight, is be careful when you start seeing yourself be successful and you start seeing God blessing you. Be careful how you treat people. Because believe me, there's somebody going to come in your life and they're going to need your help. So watch out for her. Watch out for that person that comes along and say, hey, can you help me? Take some time out for people. Mentor somebody else while you're being mentored at the same time. I believe you got, and it'll come back to you. So, as we prepare to close out tonight, we just want to close out to say to somebody, listen, don't quit.
Don't quit.
No matter how hard it gets, don't quit. Yes. If you have to revamp. If you have to go back and write the vision even more plainer than you wrote it the first time, go back and do it. If you need to talk to somebody that's been there before, that's doing the same thing that you're doing, don't worry about where they're at in it. They may be a millionaire and you're not, but you still can learn something from them.
Yes, yes.
And like I heard the caller say, let it be your passion, not so much about money at the end of the day, but your passion about helping people, because God will bring the money to you. Because he has it all. He has it all. The Bible says he has it all. And the earth belongs to him. So whatever he's desiring for you, yes, you pray about it, use wisdom, but always remember, be kind to somebody. Yes. You never know who you're going to need.
Yes.
You never know who you're going to need. Yes. And you never know, you may be entertaining an angel and you don't even know it. Mm-hmm. And they waiting there just to see how you're going to treat them.
Beautiful.
So we just thank you tonight. Any closing remarks tonight? I'm going to let you have the closing remarks tonight.
Keep pushing, keep believing, and don't stop. You will succeed.
Until next week, thank you and have a blessed week.
Thank you.
Before we stop, about 2 minutes ahead.